Okay, where was I? And to the good hand of let's see, it brought us a man of understanding of the sons of Mali, the sons of Levi. So again, there's some things to trip us up, but it says that these people of Daniel and of the sons of David, so things were being set up for the worship of this mighty one. And the thing of the matter is that it's set up for the purpose of because there was a difference between the true worship and the false worship, because the true worship gets into a situation where all of the individuals have an opportunity to understand some things, but the wicked are not so. They try to keep a difference between what is going on and what is going on, and they try to make it seem as if there's something else going on, and trying to make a difference between that there's nothing that needs to change in behavior and things of that nature. But there is it's nothing wrong with changing our behavior and acting accordingly and doing right and righteous. And if Satan is an individual that tries to hook us up because we're trying to live righteously, and or what I'm trying to say is that Satan, if he's an individual who tries to hook us up for trying to live righteously, then we need to understand that there's something that we need to be doing that's completely righteous, so that we stay on this righteous path and live according to the ways to live that we're supposed to live, and not be out there doing whatever we want to do. We're big and bad enough to do. There's a standard against things like that. So to not voice opinions about the things of this nature would be a big disservice. So now the reason that I came back and saw and said that I was going to record this is because it says, then I sent Eliezer for Ariel. Okay, now when it comes to Ariel, on the other taping that I made a few hours ago, maybe an hour or so ago, I told you all that in Isaiah 29 it mentions about Ariel and how let's see, let's go there. Let's go there again. Here, close the door. Okay, this Isaiah 29. It says, I'll read it to you again. It says, fate of Jerusalem. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt, and ye year to year, add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices, yet I will destroy Ariel. There shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. And I will camp against thee around about, and will lay siege against thee with the mount, and I will raise forts against thee, and thou shalt be brought low, shall speak out of the ground, like thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and as a voice which one has a familiar spirit. And I told you that there was something on the screen that had a eternal wizard here. So whatever out of the ground and out of the dust, whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be small as dust, and multitude of the terrible ones shall be as chaff that passed away. Yea, it shall be in an instant suddenly that thou shalt be visited of Ahiah of hosts, with thunder, and with earthquake, and with great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of the devouring fire, and the multitude of all the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munitions and distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall be even as to one that is hungry and dreameth and becomes eateth, but he awaketh and his soul is empty. So is this thirsty man dream, and behold, when he drinks, he awakes and finds that he's faint, and his soul has an appetite, but the multitude of the nations be that fight against Mount Zion. So again, what they just said on one of the things that I just saw is that it was that I was just for Jerusalem and not for the other places. And with that being Ariel and this distress upon Ariel and everything. So it says in the total scriptures about, and even my grandchildren around here saying strange sayings, but the the thing of the matter is that um, um, the enemy comes in to kill, steal, and destroy. So we already know that. So it also says that in 28 of Isaiah, it says, "For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people." And so, like I said, it says the cornerstone, "Wherefore hear the word of Ahiah, you scornful men, and rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement with the overflowing scourge shall pass through. It shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Therefore thus saith the Higher, Behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding place. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then you shall be trodden down by it. From the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you. For morning by morning shall it pass over by day by night. And it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. For the bed is shorter than the man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than he can wrap himself in it. For Ahiah shall rise up as a Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth in the valley of Gibeon, and that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his strange act. Now, therefore, be ye not mockers, lest your bands be strong, for I have heard from Ahiah of hosts, consumption even determined upon the whole earth. But like I said, this consumption is tempered with compassion to do according to everything that he will do. So this is his doing. His actions are marvelous in our sight. We cannot condemn him for being righteous. We cannot condemn him for being the way that he is, but we can't condemn Satan for being an accuser of the brethren and going before them every time that they do something wrong and things of that nature. So again, the thing is before us to repent of some things while there's yet time. And like I said, this is a place of where perhaps even the like I said, on television it said that about a marriage handling already, but again, or the bride, the husband or the father of the bride has already burned himself up and things like that. So this I know not. If that is the case, so be it. Yet and still, I must give you the truth of the matter. So it says, now for be not mockers, lest your bands be made strong, for I have heard from Ahiah of hosts, consumption even determined upon the whole earth. Give ye ear, hear my voice, and hear my speech. And it also says, according to what I said to these people, about what these people said the other day. Now again, you all might say that it's just in my mind, but according to what is written in some of the commentaries, and if you understand the way that Satan works, you'll also understand that in the spiritual realm, things are a little bit different. Because if he can go and appear before our Creator, and he's not in any particular time, okay, then therefore the time can be off in certain things, if you follow what I'm saying. So therefore, they could have done some things, but everything is in the Creator's hands. So we have to look at it from that standpoint and not worry about the effects of what the enemy's doing. So if it is what it is, and continue to whether it be good or bad that the enemy says that we're doing, trying to affect righteousness upon the earth, continue to do righteous and continue to live right. Amen.